everyone, and welcome to this new episode of KYE Talks. Today's interview is powered by MD Investments, founded by Mr. Mandar Datar, an excellent insurance and investments agent. Find the link to MD Investments down below in the description box. Let's begin with today's KYE Talk. So KYE is a platform, a digital platform on which KYE Talk is a new segment. So KYE is a digital platform where we talk to several entrepreneurs who tell us why they chose not to be stuck to the regular 9 to 5, but they went ahead and did something different. They went ahead and chased their passion. My guest today is Mr. Kiran Chavan. He has been in the media industry for the last 11 years and has a vast experience in handling big corporate sales. His venture, Lead Minds Media, is the leading and quickest growing digital marketing agency in Mumbai. They offer social media marketing, web designing, lead generation services, search engine optimization, telecalling, public relations, e-commerce sellers, account handling, and many other online services. Let's get to know more by talking to Mr. Kiran. Hello, sir. Welcome to KYE Talks.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So, sir, let's begin with this talk with what was your motivation in being an entrepreneur? Why did you choose to do something of your own instead of that regular 9 to 5 job life that some people choose?
It was always something different I wanted to do from regular 9 to 5 job. I was also into a 9 to 5 job. So previously, I've done some sales and the higher, management kind of job. But then I shifted my focus to doing something different, which is from the regular, like what we do generally.
Right.
So I shifted to the entrepreneurship, and then I started with the sales, then I started with the media, and then we are here today, what we are doing as we are serving to the clients with the different services.
Right. So had you ever thought that maybe one day you're going to become an entrepreneur?
Never. This has been a wonderful journey. This has been never thought journey, which has been started from last almost now 11 years we are into the industry. And it was never thought. It has came something as a need because we were into a different products previously, and then it has came from several kinds as a need, and then we shifted to this industry with the various kind of different services in the products.
Right. So, sir, you say your company helps in closure of business end to end. Can you explain what do you cover in it?
Absolutely. So, if you see our products, there are two major products that we deal in. One is complete sales closure, and one is the digital sales funnel. So, the complete sales closure is basically it's an end-to-end process. Like suppose you have some product and you want to sell that product to somebody. Then you will hire a sales team, will hire the telecallers, you will hire the digital marketing people and all. Right. Instead, that what we are providing, what we are doing is, instead you keep those all burdens on your overhead as a salary and all. We outsource that everything, right? From your awareness, that is digital. Yeah. So from your digital part to generating leads for your business to even converting them into a sales. So we have a call center as well, which we use to generate and convert those leads into a sale.
Wow.
So if you ask me about the USP and differentiation factor is like in a sales, you know how sales job work. In the sales job generally,
it can be difficult to actually get confirmation from a client for something.
Correct. And even frequency of leaving people in a sales job is quite high, very, very high. Right. So you train somebody and then he leave into 2 months, and then your all efforts of training him has gone into waste.
Yes.
Again, you need to take 2 other guys and you need to, or other girls for a telecalling, you need to train them. Here, what we are doing is, we already have a trained people who are going to take care of your sales. So you outsource your sales to us and we are going to take care of it. Right. That is how basically the concept is.
And sales is actually a skill that very less possess, and not everyone is able to actually sell or pitch that well to actually get a closure. And it's very nice to know that you outsource the service of sales to people who can be having a hard time, selling the products or services.
Even I can, even this is our USP, even I can say this proudly that no agency, social media agency is doing this across country. Majorly the social media agency does the creative part, posting part, content part. They generate lead and that's all. Their work is done.
But closing that lead is very important.
Exactly. So here we are taking the responsibility of closing those leads into us.
Wow.
That is what the USP. Yeah.
Meaning guaranteed increase in the clientele.
Yeah. I mean, you can say that in some of the cases, definitely.
Right. So there are a lot many people building e-commerce websites, but not much are successful in getting the traffic and sales. What do you think could be the reason?
See, in last 11 years, we almost created 134 e-commerce websites.
Right.
And you can count on your fingers, only those websites are live now. Okay. Although all other websites are shut down or they have stopped working.
They are not able to keep up.
The several reasons behind that is people think that paying once and creating a website isn't very easy task. I mean, you just pay to the developer once and you'll get the website ready. But they don't think on part of the marketing, because there are thousands, there are crores of websites available on the internet. But do you know any of them? I mean, do you know any? I mean,
no,
lakhs and crores.
Back of the mind, I can't think of any.
Exactly, you cannot know them, right? You only know Amazon, you only know Flipkart, Snapdeal. These are big brands, right?
Right.
So what people generally do is they create website, but they forgot that there's a marketing budget which is required to market that website.
Right.
And if you don't keep that backup as the marketing budget, it is not going to work out. So unless, I mean, you created a good product and you keep it into four walls, nobody's going to, come to know that you created a great product. So the marketing is required. So people forgot that marketing is a main aspect which is required to market your product. So people don't keep budget on marketing. People keep budget on creating website, which is again a big problem.
Right.
So that is why, getting traffic. I mean, you create website by paying 50,000, for example.
Yes.
But to
very
get
expensive.
the traffic, yeah, exactly. And then to gain the traffic on that website, to gain the trust in the public mind, it's quite difficult. So in that case, people don't keep that budget in hand, which is actually required.
Right.
Because unless the people will come to your website, nobody will come to know that you created a website.
Exactly.
Yeah. So unless people
creating
know
a website is one step in the journey, but bringing people to that website depends on how well you market it.
Absolutely. And if people don't know about your website, you cannot expect a person will come on your website and buy something from your website, right? Unless they know about it. So that is the major reason I find that people don't keep marketing budget for marketing their website. And that is the major reason of failure of e-commerce website. And there are lot of technical parts too for it.
Right. The user interface also matters sometimes. I mean, the more user friendly it is, the more people enjoy being on that website.
Correct.
So, like you said that the service that this exclusive service of closing the deals that you provide is not provided by anyone else, but there are also so many other services that you also do related to social media marketing, so many other things. In those aspects, in those fields, there are a lot of other competitors. So why do people choose your services and not the competition? What's so different about it?
As I told you previously that, let's go with the example. As I told you previously, the USP of our services is the call center.
Right.
I mean, there are agencies, there are lakhs of agencies available in the market, but those people are not taking responsibility of closing the sales.
Right.
They are taking responsibility up to getting an awareness and lead generation, but they are not going one step ahead for closing. They are not taking that responsibility. Now, herein what we are doing is we are taking that responsibility of closing the sales. So, and if you take an example here, let's say for example now for doing social media, doing lead generation, you need a graphic designer, you need a content writer, you need a campaign manager, you need a call center, right? So if you get average salary, let's say if you take 15,000 rupees as average salary of these 4 people, it becomes 45,000, 50,000 rupees a month. And what we are doing it as very affordable cost. For this whole process, like from awareness, lead generation, conversion, we charge 35,000 rupees for 2 months. So you can imagine the difference of affordability also and the outcome also.
Right. And because you have already trained people doing it, so people know what they're doing and how to get that work done.
And that's that has become biggest USP of our services, that competitors not doing that. Even if you see my call center, The call center services we are doing at 7,000 rupees, which is again, you cannot keep a good caller who can speak English, who can close the sales for your. You cannot get the caller for 7,000 rupees, right? That we are doing. So there are certain these kind of what do you call USPs that we have, which makes us different than the other player, other competitor which are there in the market.
And affordability can really be a game changer, because when it is more affordable, a lot of people are keen on, getting those services from you.
And in the current situation of the COVID, the people are keen to save their
cost. As much as they
They're
can.
Looking for a cost.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can you share some of your greatest success stories till date that you may have had?
If you talk about success story, I don't know. I mean, I started this journey. I mean, you'll not believe that I started this journey going on a bike, going on a scooter to industry, knocking their doors, asking for is there any requirement or can I meet somebody from the sales. I mean, I started with that, going in the industrial areas and all. And we started with a small office of 2 people, which was handling admin, which was handling HR, which was handling, you can say, graphic designing. We started with this. I mean, we started journey with this. And then now, today, I mean, I'll be happy to share that we are crossing revenue of 2 crores every year. And we have a very huge team now to handle the call center, the graphic designing and the social media and also. That is what basically now we have came to. I mean, this is the road path that we have seen as of now. I mean, from zero to now becoming a hero, you can say, like this kind of feeling that I can get now, what we are doing currently. Now, even, and what I've decided is when we started, I mean, the people were not, I mean, the freshers, if you talk about freshers and interns, if in the current situation, people don't get jobs. The freshers don't get jobs because they don't have an experience. So now so now what we have started is we'll be taking the interns, we'll be taking the freshers, we'll give them opportunity, we'll groom them, we'll train them. Yeah. So as a management, what we have decided is we'll be taking 20% of our staff would be a freshers and interns. So we'll give them a good opportunity to groom with us.
Yeah.
And the biggest part of taking the intern is they are very fresh in mind. They are very, very fresh in mind. So you can mold them. You can mold them as and when you wanted. I mean, as and when how you wanted, you can mold them easily. But the experienced person, he has already a rigid mind. He has his own habit of doing things. Right. So you cannot modify that, right? In interns and in freshers, you can do that. So that we've taken as a management, we've taken that decision. Let's give them chance. Let's make their careers and let's do something for them. So that is what we have decided as of now.
I think this is very nice that you're doing, sir, because there is a lack of employment, there is a lack of experience that freshers are getting, and you thinking so much, you being so thoughtful to be taking them under your wing so they get an experience, and also because they're easier to mold, like you said, it means that they can do wonders if given the right guidance.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing.
And they are doing wonders.
Sorry?
And they are doing wonders for us. Really, they are doing wonders for us.
So, sir, I have this one doubt that I am a little confused about, and I would like to ask you, what is the difference between lead generation and branding?
Oh, okay. And thank you for asking me this question. This is a very important thing.
Okay.
Mostly people get confused into this question. When you are going on social media, when you are doing social media marketing or you are doing digital marketing,
right,
you need to be very clear on your thoughts. You need to be very clear. I mean, either you are going on social media either for a branding in the sense that you want to create a brand, you want to build your brand awareness, or either you are doing this activity to get the business.
Yes.
So you need to be very clear in both the cases.
Right.
So branding is basically when let's say I have a clothing brand, for example,
right,
and I just want to create the buzz into it. I just want to create the buzz around the let's say female. I have a kurti. Let's say I have a kurti brand, so I want to create buzz around female audience. So that's a branding. So branding strategies are completely different, and the lead generation strategies are completely different. Because the entire process works differently. When my output is lead generation, I will be working completely towards the sales, towards the output.
Sales, right? Yes.
And even my post, the creatives, the content, whichever I'll create, those will be according to a output of lead generation.
Right.
And when you do a branding is basically I'll be just making my brand more visible to the people, more awareness, more buzz. That is branding. So there's a huge difference between it, and people don't understand this.
Right.
They always get confused between branding and the lead generation.
Right.
So both are completely different things.
Right. So branding is to make, like you said, a buzz and awareness that we exist in the market, while lead generation is to get the attention of prospective clients who will come and give us business.
For example, I'll tell you one example. Now, if you see VLCC is a good client to us. VLCC, if you see and go to their pages, their social media handles, you'll see a different kind of post altogether. Right. I mean, their posts are completely different. And you'll only see a product photo, a good model, and the logo, and the small text content you'll say into it. And if you go to any other commercial product, let's say for example, Lodha developers. Now for Lodha designs, what we do is basically those are commercial designs. So you'll find name, number, mail ID, everything below creative. Those are commercial creatives. So because my output is lead generation, so whenever I'm putting that and whenever I'm sharing that to somebody, and if it is going to the right audience should call back. The lead should get generated. So that is where the commercial creatives and branding creatives are completely different.
Right. So, sir, when you started on this journey, like you said, you had never thought that you're going to become an entrepreneur. This was so new. Absolutely. And like you said, from zero to hero. So it has been a journey where you must have learned a lot of things. I'm sure you must have faced a lot of challenges for yourself as well. So would you like to tell us about certain challenges that may have been like barriers or obstacles and how you faced them?
This has happened. I mean, it would not be wrong to say it is completely a roller coaster kind of journey for us. I mean, from all perspective, being a founder, you need to manage everything from your vendors to your employees, to your customers, to your partners, investors. So there are many things which you need to manage.
Right.
So there are too many things. Being a founder, you need to manage all those things. If you ask me about the barriers when we started, this market was already crowded. There are a lot of agencies which are, there are a lot of agencies already serving, and they were serving in the big clients, big corporate clients they were serving. And to sustain yourself into the industry, to sustain yourself into the into this market, you need to be you need to create something different, some different products.
Some USP, people will accept. Like you did.
Exactly. So that is our USP. What I told you. So being a founder, whenever you found something, whenever you start something, whenever you the entrepreneurial journey, it's not that easy that people thinking, "Mujhe funding mil jayega, I'll start with the product." It is not that easy with what we see on the television, what we see on the YouTube, what we see in the interviews of the successful people. It's not that easy. There is many struggle behind it. Even from your partners, even from your customers, employees, mainly the employees, to manage those. Now there are 100 people, and there are 100 minds, there are 100 different heads, there are 100 different thoughts, and you need to cope up with them. I mean, you can imagine how the journey would be. And we are
to make sure that everyone is on the same page, so that we can collectively put in that much effort and get that outcome. It must be so challenging.
Absolutely. I mean, sometime in the beginning when I started, I was into corporate job and I was getting a huge payout as a salary. It was MNC. So when I started this journey, I thought many times why I started this journey. I was getting handsome pay, and then why I started. This was negative thoughts when I started, but slowly things become better. Now I got some people who are managing the things, and things are going on automation. So I mean things are going good from the start. When I think of start and now, there's huge difference into the entire process. So challenges are everywhere. Challenges are every day. Every hour is a challenge.
I think every time Yes, and I think every time you overcome a challenge is like you are getting closer to
It's a
your
learning.
goal. It's like a stepping stone.
Absolutely, it's a learning. It's a new learning. Correct.
So, sir, how has this journey changed you as a person? Matlab, when that time before being an entrepreneur and throughout that journey and now where you are, have you seen any changes in yourself?
Lot many changes, lot many. The stability is the main what I see. I'm very short-tempered person. I get anger very. I mean, for small thing, I used to get irritated, and but now you cannot do that. Being an head of the organization, you cannot do that.
Right.
You need to be very calm, cool to understand the person perspective, to understand the employees, to understand the customer. So there are lot many things now. If you see me 15, 12 years back, it was completely a different person. Now it has been changed to a completely different person. To keep your mind very stable. And still, I'm learning so many things from even my current people. I mean, I got Gitika in the call center team, which is heading the call center team right now. She's doing fabulous job now. I need not to see to those call center thing. She is managing everything.
It is important to get a good team. Yes.
Getting good team is your business is sorted. Once you have a good team, your business is sorted, and it runs on the automation. But to get that good team is a challenge. So there are a lot many people came, lot many people gone, and the team keep changing. But the people who stay with you, I mean, I as a founder also think for them. They also think for a company, and when they put their personal efforts into it, it goes into a something different level altogether.
Right.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So now that we've come to the end of this KYE talk, what would be your words of wisdom for budding entrepreneurs, or say your message to people who have ideas but they're hesitant to take that first step or take a risk? What would you say to them?
I would suggest them to take a risk. I would definitely suggest them to take a risk. Don't stuck to your 9-to-5 job. If you are following some millennials on the phone, on the WhatsApp, on the Facebook, and you're thinking to become one, only thinking is not going to help you to go to those levels. You need to take extraordinary steps to it. And if you just keep following them and you don't take any actions on it, it is nothing going to happen. So you need to follow them. You need to, if you try to, somebody has said today morning only I read somewhere, if you try to become the number one, you will become number one. But if you try to become unique, you will be completely different. So you will be outcome to the market. You will be
you stand out. Something different only.
Absolutely, which is nobody has done. And if you are not doing something with the idea, let's say you have some idea and you are not doing some execution of that idea, somebody is going to hire you definitely to execute his idea, and that is for absolute sure. So be clear on your thoughts, what you want to pursue, what you want to do. Be very clear. Do market research. See if that product is working. Do a beta testing of the product, and if testing you're getting at least 5-10% also response, you can go with that product blindly. If you're getting a little response also from the customer.
Right. So very nice thing you said here, and I would like to repeat it, that either you can pursue your own idea or you can work under someone and help them successfully
build
their idea. And that's a very nice thing. या तो खुद के लिए काम कर सकते हो, खुद का सपना पूरा कर सकते हो, या किसी और का सपना पूरा करने में उनकी मदद कर सकते हो. What is better? Of course, when you can pursue your own dreams and see them come true, that is better.
See, whenever somebody follow any millionaire, the mind, the what you can say, the reason for following him to become one, right? Now you follow Elon Musk, you follow Mr. Tata. Now why you follow them is because you want to become one, or you want to become successful like them. But only thinking is not going to make you that successful, right? Only following is not going to make you successful. You need to do something for it. You need to execute something for it. So that is how it is. So millionaires are never made by salary. Millionaires are never made by a job. Millionaires are made only by a startup or a business. Being the job, you cannot be a millionaire, and that is for sure. So you need to be in a business to become a millionaire.
And you have to take that risk.
Absolutely. By doing job, it's a history or it's a present. Nobody has become a millionaire by doing 9-to-5 job. It's always a business which gives you extra mileage, extra what you call visibility, and then you can achieve those whatever milestone that you have kept for yourself.
Right. Very well said, sir. Thank you for sharing your insightful thoughts, and thank you for coming here on KYE Talks and sharing about your journey with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.